Are you worried that your team doesn't like you as a leader? Watch this video for my secret likability formula. Now, for the best leadership and productivity advice, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified every time I post a new video, which is weekly, by the way. Now, if you're tired of feeling like people don't like you, or you keep worrying or wondering whether people in the office like you or not, then by the end of this video, I'm going to share 3 small things that you need to check to make sure that you are doing so that the people around you actually do connect with you. These are proven strategies that I have shared and used to help my clients who are executives for them to get to the next level in their leadership. So now they're available to you as well. Okay, so if you want people to like you, or if you're worried that people don't like you, the first place to look is you. Self-awareness is the biggest strength that you can develop because it allows you to get clear on what you're putting out there, what people are seeing that oftentimes you don't see. A really good example of this is when you are recording yourself on video. If you do a video of yourself, or if you record yourself on an actual recorder, you will notice that a lot of times you're like, who is this person? Is this actually me? Oh yeah, it's you. So the you that is in your head and the you that people see are completely different. So becoming self-aware when you're a leader is very, very crucial, because you have to be intentional about what you're putting out there. And as I say, you have to make sure that you know what you're putting down and that people are picking up. Ways to become self-aware is to do psychometric tests like the Myers-Briggs, the DISC test, strengths finders, strength cups. There's so many tools out there that you can use. Actually, I will link some of the tools below. Some of them are free. They will really help you identify what are your strengths, what you're like, what are your tendencies. And because they're so normal to you, you don't realize you have them, but everyone else can see. Now, studies show that people who are very self-aware find it so much easier to relate and connect with other people. Step number 2, get to know your team. Okay, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but people connect with people they know, they like, and they trust. People buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. And if you want your team to buy into you, then you need to connect with them and get to know them. You'll be surprised at so many times how many bosses I've spoken to that have no clue who their team are, what they're like. They have no interest in their team. And I know if you're leading a massive company, you cannot know every single person, but you need to know the key people in your team, because not only that doesn't only affect the people on your team, it also creates a culture in your company where that's the thing you do. You get to know people in your team. Now, I'm not saying that they become your family members, okay? Because work is work, family is family. But get to know them. What are their interests? What are their strengths? Just honestly, get to know them. And you'll be surprised how much easier it'll be to connect with them. Number 3, make a genuine decision to build a culture of trust in your team. And you achieve that when you take into consideration your team's best interests at heart, when you're picking them for projects, when you're assigning them to different assignments, but also in the positions that they are, if they are in their zone of strengths, if you take into consideration their zone of genius, and you make them do jobs and activities that align with their strengths, the culture in the company will be more trusting. People will feel better and they'll be more open to trust you as a leader. Okay, number 3, make a decision to build a culture of trust. And you can achieve that in several ways. One of them is that what you say is what you do. Make sure that integrity becomes one of your key values so that people can trust you more. But another thing that you can do is to make sure that the people on your team are at the right jobs in the right seats according to their strengths. When your team is, when the people on your team are in their zone of genius, when they're really using their strengths, it makes things flow. It makes them feel more alive and it makes them enjoy their experience at work. But when they see you making a decision that really favors them and favors their zone of ease, that automatically increases strength in your team. It increases trust in your team. And trust is a key element for people to like you. Now, I must also say this. Worrying about what people think about you is not really something that you should be doing in a systematic way, right? Like as a boss, sometimes you'll have to make decisions that people will not like. So I'm not talking about liking. I think the most important thing here is you considering that your team trusts you and that they believe that in everything that you're doing, you're also taking into consideration their own well-being. So let me know in the comments. Do you feel like your team likes you or doesn't like you? Do you feel like your team trusts you? But hopefully now you have a few things that you can practically do to help you that likability factor go up, and I'll see you next time. And if boundaries is something that you find tricky, check out my guide on how to say no with power and poise, linked below. All right, bye for now. And don't forget to like my video and please share with anyone you know is struggling with the same idea, because it will help me reach more people and I would really appreciate that. All right, bye for now.